hope you're well. This video is requested by Gretchen Allie-Franks. In this video I'm going to be talking about the sort of BMI items that you would use for broodmares, so mares within horse that you use for breeding foals. So if we go into the black market here, the main items really for mares are the reproduction items, and there's a couple that are probably more important than the rest. Items such as the Hera pack, Aphrodite's tears, Fertility Wand would be what I would consider some of the most important. Now, Zest Night and Bolt is obviously just there for changing the gender of the horse, which isn't really so much useful for the actual use on the mare herself. The Artemis Arrow is kind of a useful item if you maybe want to save aging points and you have some in stock, because it allows you to age the mare, by 4 months instead of the usual 2. And if you have a mare with a water of youth, then she'll age by 2 months instead of 1. So in situations where you want to save aging points, you might want to use that. Though I will say this, if you're skilling a mare, I would not use an Artemis Arrow on if you are trying to do lessons with her every day if she's a Y, because then you're going to lose those lessons. So that's something to bear in mind. The Artemis Arrow is sort of a handy item, but it's not a necessary item. If we go back here, the next one I'll talk about is the Fertility Wand. The Fertility Wand is useful in that it allows you to get twins, okay? And it needs to be applied to the mare before you cover her. Then also you have Aphrodite's tears, which increase the inborn skills of the foal, okay? They're useful if you are breeding skillers, obviously, as I mentioned before. It's useful if you just want to increase the foal's skills a little bit. It doesn't affect the genetics in any way. It's purely the skills that the foal will be born with in terms of its actual physical skills, not the genetic skills that it will be born with. There'll be no effect with that. And I always suggest that you definitely make sure that both parents are 100 block if you go to the bother of using Aphrodite's tears or a Fertility Wand. And I would say the same with the Hera pack as well. The Hera pack obviously has the Fertility Wand, the Aphrodite's tears, and the Artemis Arrow. So those 3 items I've talked about within there. But then you've also got the Hera's Lily, which allows you then to pick the colour of the foals, which is quite nice. I also always say that it's best, if you're going to use a Hera pack or any BMI items whenever you're breeding brood mares, make sure that the mare and the stallion are 100 blop before you cover them, okay, and use the items, because I feel otherwise you're not getting the full usage out of it and the full benefit of it. And I wouldn't use these items for just breeding team horses, for example. I would only use these items whenever I'm breeding skillers, or potentially when I'm breeding unicorn foals and I have a Hestia's gift, okay? That's another time that I would use a Hera pack or one of these items, is if I definitely have a Hestia's gift that I can use and ensure that I'm going to get unicorn foals. Now going back to the black market item, if I have a look around here in regards to mares, another item which I do think is really useful with broodmares is actually a Morpheus Arms. The reason for this is because generally whenever I first started horse, I would have used Morpheus Arms for a mare and a stallion. But as time went on, I decided it was kind of pointless to use Morpheus Arms on a stallion when I could finish a stallion in 60 aging points. And the mare, on the other hand, is a different story. So this is mainly whenever I'm talking about being a teams and blopping, because your mare may need to produce up to 8 foals for you, for example. Maybe 2 sets of foals, one set of 4 and another set of 4. Your mare is going to end up being about 25 by the time you finish her. So you probably want a Morpheus Arms for that purpose. And you will find that I use Morpheus Arms whenever I'm blopping mares in teams. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do, because I feel that it's worth using it to do that, because then I can save myself some aging points. Now there are situations I'm at the stage now where I won't pay 3 passes to have a Morpheus Arms, but if I have a Morpheus Arms in stock, I will use it for my mare. So those are the main items for me that I think are really important for brood mares. But as I said, there are certain situations I would use them and there are certain situations that I wouldn't. So the main situations that I would use most of these items, if we go back here, the Morpheus Arms is an item I would use for a mare whenever I know that I need to breed a large number of foals from her before she reaches the age of 25. Or possibly a little bit after. I personally don't go over the age of 25 because then her health starts to go down, and I don't like to kill off my mares. The other ones are the Hera pack, the Aphrodite's tears, Fertility Wand, the Artemis Arrow, and these are items that I would not use on a mare unless she and the stallion were both 100 block, and I knew that I was going to get foals that were worthwhile, or if I was using a Hestia's gift with a unicorn mare. So those are the main items that I would use for brood mares, and why. So thank you to Gretchen Allie-Franks for requesting the video. I hope you said a lovely day.